Good morning, welcome to day 28 of the Via della Plata. Yes, it's a little bit dark. We had a change of plans overnight. Today we're originally going to go 13.1 kilometres, I think it was, to VDLP Camino. But the albergue there really hasn't got very good reviews. Pretty bad, to be quite honest. And there's no services. The only bar in town's been closed since 2024. And there's no food there. So we thought, even though we promised ourselves we'd never do a 30+ kilometre day, we thought we'd rather actually guts it out and do the 32 kilometre day, get to Zamora, where there's services, etc. And at the Pilgrim's Meal last night, which there were 14 people, and I think somebody sung out, "Who's going to Zamora tomorrow?" And every single person put their hand up. And even Marianne, our friend from Portugal, she was also swearing that she'd never do those long days. She's also going to do this long day today. So what can I say? We got up early and we're just walking out of town now. It's a little bit dark, but you've probably seen in the background. So yeah, 32 kilometres. I think it's about 10 to 7 at the moment. So we should get a bit of light in about 25 minutes time. You can see the lights just coming up over the horizon. So yeah, it's going to be a nice day. I think it's a top of 24 today, somebody said. It's a bit chilly at the moment, probably sitting around 6 or 7 degrees. We had a nice pilgrim's meal last night. We haven't done that very often on the Via della Plata, an actual pilgrim's meal, so it's always nice to do it. So 32 kilometres to Zamora. One of the other reasons that we decided we'd go to Zamora today rather than tomorrow is that the weather forecast changed, and on Saturday, which is tomorrow, it's going to be, well, they forecast rain but thunderstorms as well. We didn't really want to be out in the open walking in thunderstorms, so we're just going to guts it out and get there. And my wife told me this morning that she's booked an extra night there, so we're also having a rest day. Look, the reason is we want to see Zamora. By the time we get there, we won't see anything. Just be, pilgrim stuff. So it's gone past 5 kilometre mark, the 5 kilometre mark. And if you watched yesterday's episode, you're probably wondering why I'm walking this far when I've got a bit of a sore back. Very good question. Look, the back was at its worst when we first got to Salamanca. It's improved a lot. It was good yesterday. So based on that, I'm going to do the 32 Ks. Hopefully it's not a detrimental decision. No, I think I'll be right. We're just going to push out, first thing in the morning now while we're fresh, and get at least sort of 10, in between 10 and 15 kilometres done first up, and then we'll have a rest, and for the rest of the day we'll probably stop every 5 or 6 kilometres, have a rest, just get the packs off the back, have some water. So just in case you were wondering, I'm sure you all were. And look at this, I'll turn the camera around, look at this beautiful canola field. Wow. It's obviously canola crop territory here. That's wonderful. Sun's up now, it's a really nice walk. Very straight. It's Nerida marching ahead of me up there. It's a very straight road with very few bends and things on it, but There's the old rail line. The camera picks that up. I assume it's the old rail line. I don't think it's being used anymore. But yeah, it's just such a beautiful time in the morning to be walking. There's a couple of pilgrims. We're in a new bubble. Talk about pilgrims for a bit, because I've made the comment before, this is way busier than I ever imagined the Via della Plata would be. And yes, I know we're in one of the peak periods, but every time we lose one of the bubbles, we pretty much straight away come across another bubble. So up ahead of us, it's Craig from Canada. The other Mike's from Canada as well, but he's way ahead of us. And we had, last night at the dinner, we had lots of Germans actually. There's a lot of Germans on the Via della Plata and a lot of Dutch on the Via della Plata. Had a girl from Latvia. We had a girl from Japan. Chiki from Japan. So the diversity's there, but I'd have to say the majority is Dutch and German. Yeah. And of course you get, your Italian spattering of Spaniards and Italians. So yeah, we'll stop for another rest day in Zamora. I don't know, maybe that means we'll be in a new bubble again. We'll see. But yeah, it's good fun. It's good fun. And it's good fun, interesting. It's really, sorry, I'll start again. It's interesting listening to everybody's reasons for walking the Via della Plata. Last night there was everything from, I don't really know, just wanted to I've always wanted to I read a book, or I saw a film, or I saw a YouTube, or I wanted something that didn't have as many people as the other Caminos. And it doesn't have, I mean, it's nowhere near the Frances, but from the Via della Plata perspective, it's quite busy. So yeah, there's lots of reasons, and some are finishing in Zamora, some are going on to Astorga, some are taking the Sanabre, as we are. So yeah, it's really interesting listening to everyone's stories. I mean, some people have lost loved ones, of course, and they've got their own reasons for walking it.
There aren't many couples walking.
There aren't many couples, no, there's not many couples.
We met a young couple from Netherlands last night.
Well, they look 14 to me, but I am 61. We are coming up to the 13-kilometre mark, and yes, I am very much looking for a break. The little town of Villanova di Campiano, I think, or Campion, is coming into view. It's only about 500 metres away, and over there is where the ruins of the monastery are. I think it was built many hundreds of years ago. I only read it last night. So that little town sprung up, I guess, almost in support of the monastery. And then, of course, the monastery died over time for whatever reason and just became ruins. But this little town has kept going. But it's only a little town, and, there's no services here, as I mentioned before, no bar. There's an albergue, but, that's the Posada Rural something or other. That's pretty expensive to stay there, but it actually looks like they might have a restaurant in there. It probably doesn't open unless they've got X amount of people staying there. But yeah, so there's an albergue here, and there's also this. We're just looking for somewhere to sit and have a break. So we came into the village to see there's a square or something, town square. Not really finding anything, so yeah. I'll keep looking. Okay, we're on our way again. That was a good break. We needed that. Yeah, you can probably see behind me there's a few pilgrims sitting there. We came out of town. We didn't really find anywhere in town to sit. We came out of town and there was a big Camino marker. So it was like, that'll do. We need a rest. So we stopped there and then the Japanese pilgrim came along and the Latvian pilgrim came along. The Germans came along. Marianne from Portugal came along and yeah, it was like our own little bubble. Everybody sitting around. It was like a giant picnic. It was kind of cool. Yeah, so the sun is finally starting to break through that misty cloud, which will heat it up a little bit. It's been reasonably cool, but we are pretty exposed on this track, as you can see. It's pretty open. So a couple hundred meters back there was a junction, and we've got, I think I mentioned before, we use 2 maps because we don't like going the wrong way because it adds distance. So on the Gronze, you go off to the right, which is the official Camino track, or this is the alternate path. So this comes through what was it, San Mariel is the name of the town or the village, San Mariel. So now I'm just going to check that. But on the map, this really didn't look like it was any further than the Marcial, my apologies, San Marcial. And it really didn't look like it was any further this way. Matter of fact, this way looked shorter on the map. So
This is my map.
yeah,
It hasn't got it on my map.
yeah. So that's the, if you can
Right,
see,
I'll
that's the
try a little bit.
La Plata, Via de la Plata app.
So that was the junction.
Yeah.
They meant to go that way, but your map, which is more updated, has a route going through.
Yeah, and you can see there that on my map it just goes straight up to San Marcial and then up to rejoin the Camino. So I just thought, yeah, why not? We can have a toilet break. If we feel like another coffee, we'll get one. We've only, since our last break, we've only come, I think, 4.5 kilometres. So
There aren't many toilet break possibilities as
no.
women here.
Yes, look at that. So if you're a female, there is definitely not many toilet break opportunities along this track. Well, even for males as well.
Opportunities.
Well, that's right, private opportunities is what we mean. So we are heading out of San Marcial. We had a cafe con leche and an Aquarius, Limon Aquarius,
And a real toilet.
and a real toilet.
Clean.
So yeah, we're talking to a couple of the Dutch guys that were at the dinner last night, and they were telling me that this way is actually shorter than following the official route. It does look shorter on the map, but don't hold me to it because, you know, I'd have to get on Google Earth or something and measure it all out. But anyway, we're not going to lose anything by coming this way is the most important thing. So yeah, if you do the walk, worth noting, San Marcial has a bar. The guy in there was pretty friendly, so that always helped, especially with my broken Spanish. So the Camino goes to the right there, that way, to head towards Zamora. But look at this cool thing here. I'm just going to go up and check this out. It looks to me like it may be 3 Caminos merging in this location, but I'm not sure. Let's see what it says. Yeah, can't really make out what it's about. I mean, there's different denominations up here, Christian, Muslim, that thing, and then your pilgrims. And
in English,
oh,
the promise curb.
the promised curb.
In all different languages.
So, I don't know.
I have to look it up.
Yeah, it sort of caught me out a little bit, so. Right, we are across the bridge and we're going to find our accommodation, and hopefully a bar or something on the way so we can get a cold drink. It's really warmed up. It's like about 24-ish degrees, so good time to be finishing. We want to be out in those open walking tracks much longer. Oops, looks like we're going the other way to our accommodation. All right, I'll turn off and we'll find where we're meant to be staying. So this is our room for tonight. Coming in. Excuse the mess because we just did all our pilgrim duties, our washing, etc. It's a really nice room. It's a really nice hotel. I'll show you around. It's wasn't all that expensive. It was 60 euros. 65 euros, so about 100 Australian dollars, which is, crazy. Bathroom, and that shower was hard work, let me tell you. Trying not to smash my head and trying to keep the shower head in place. Here's my mobile clothesline, which is one of the best purchases I've ever had for this sort of thing. And look at that, that's our view. It's fantastic. Yeah. So it's a nice room. It's got everything we need, and I'll take you out and show you out here. So this is a palace from the 16th century that's been converted into a hotel, and it's really beautiful. It's been really well done. I assume I'm allowed out here. And that's the downstairs courtyard. Yeah, it's really, really beautiful. And I'll take you down and show you downstairs. So coming down the significant height of stairs, especially after 30 whatever kilometres. Oh my God, can't be. It's Mary Ann. Well, we'll go and say hello to Mary Ann in a minute. Yeah, this is it. How fantastic is it, eh? It's unbelievable. We love it. Okay, I've got to go out and say, that's the dining room. So we get desayunas or breakfast tomorrow for €8. So price is right.